we're done. We got a recruit.
And we're recording. Yay! Okay, welcome to Tuesday Night Sparks, and we are super excited to have all of you guys. I gotta take these off because I can't stand to I might be blurry, but I can't stand to look into the picture and see the reflection in there. It drives me crazy in my glasses. So welcome to Tuesday Night Sparks, and we are excited to see you guys. We have we already have 4 weeks in advance planned about what we're going to talk with you guys about. We are so pumped and so excited. It's not even funny. So the question of the night, Jackie's already put one on there. How much do you spend on thank yous for parties or PWS orders? Tiff, you go first this week.
So I spend however much my customers is. So like if I had 20 customers from the previous month, I just get a stamp and then I put it on the envelope, and that's how much I spend. So it's like, I don't know how much to spend, or how much each stamp is, but they just get put on my follow-up list for that month's customers, and then I will send them a thank you with my mail the first of the month. And then if it's a perpetual party reward, like if you're getting a reward for hosting the party, then I just give a mini warmer, and so it's $10. So that's what I do. So I think with 10 and then however many guests we're in, so it's probably averages about 10 to 15. But I don't give a mini warmer away every time because sometimes I have stuff on hand. So if I know that it's a customer and that booking price, I have like a sugar scrub in my stock, then that's what I give. I usually try to give what I have in stock before I go and order something.
All right, I'll cover the second half. What do I give for thank you mail for PWS orders and stuff like that? For thank you mail, I do a little sample bag. I have one. Let me see. Hold on. I think I have one. Let me look.
Didn't you just make yours?
Yeah, I think it's downstairs though.
No, mine's upstairs, or you can do mine.
I have one that I did. I have two. So I did this one. There's one downstairs too that's smaller than this one, but this one is one that I did 2 months ago. I had some left over. So these are these are off of Amazon, and it's just a little clear. I'll post a link for it, but I literally put my mailing label back there because it's the silver part and this part's clear. But inside of it, I just do a thank you card that I made off of Canva, and thanks Tiffany for doing the Canva training today. It just says, thank you. I wanted to drop a few goodies to you this month and let you know how much I appreciate you supporting my Scentsy business. Enjoy them. I love to spoil my customers, and the order that you placed helps me do that. And then I have my QR code over here that says, hold your phone camera over this QR code to have easy access to my business and follow me on social media. That goes to my Linktree. Every QR code that I do goes to my Linktree because my Linktree literally has a link to shop. It has a link to join my VIP page. It has a link to follow me on social media, Facebook, Instagram, all of that on my Linktree.
Training too. I feel like I did one. Did you? You did one too. Yeah, I'm gonna bump your Linktree training up on your Michelle's page and mine. So if you guys don't know that Linktree and how to work it, then you can see the video that we did.
It's super easy to do. It's a one-stop shop for this right here, for this thing right there. The other thing that I have in there is a Scentsy Fresh. This is a little, I think you can order 50 or 100 of these for like super cheap on Amazon. It's a Scentsy spray. It's a spray, a little spray tester thing. So this one, and then I just put a little easy label on it. This one is lavender cotton, Scentsy Fresh. I printed this little thing out of Canva too. This is about the diffusers because I gave them a sample of our peppermint oil. And there's just like literally a little tiny bit in there. I don't know if you can see how much is in there, but that little bottle is not even full. So it's just a little tiny bit inside of there. But that's a sample of the oils that we have, essential oils. You can get, I think it's 100 of these little tiny bottles on the Success Store. They're on clearance while they last for $15, and that is a deal. Because they're little glass bottles, and you can drop some oils in there. So I printed the diffuser thing, and I put that in there, and I put a flyer for the warmer of the month and a product sheet. That's all that I put in there. When I put all of this together and put it in this package, it's about $1 to mail. So it's literally super cheap. I have stamps.com that I do. I know if I probably took this to the post office and have them scan it, it'd probably cost me more because of the
It's about
size
$4.
of the envelope,
Yep.
because of the size of the envelope. But with stamps.com, it's a lot cheaper to do like that. So this, when I measured it out and sent all of mine out, it was like $1.30 something, because it literally weighs nothing. I mean, honest and true, it weighs nothing.
And I think Nicole did hers through Pirate Ship. I know she's on here, so she can come in. But Pirate Ship charges you an automatic $3. So that's kind of something to think about with those two. Because for that, it would have been 3 something on Pirate Ship, I think is what Nicole said, right? Didn't she say that?
I think so, yes. And I looked at Pirate Ship because stamps.com is $20 a month. It has a whatever you call it, some kind of access fee or whatever that you have to pay for $20 a month. But literally, by the time you spend to send 5 of your thank you notes and you spend $3 on Pirate Ship, it's worth that money, you know, to do that. Plus, it's a tax write-off. Keep your receipts, and it's a tax write-off. So that's what I do for my thank yous. Anybody that orders from me, they go on my follow-up list, and then I do monthly mail outs to my customers for thank you for doing that. I immediately send them a response and tell them thank you for ordering for me. Be sure to check your mail in the next few weeks and see some goodies from me. So I immediately message them and tell them that. But
Nikki said, how do you get your scanner code to print?
what scanner code?
I think your QR code.
Oh, we make it in Canva. You can make it in Canva, or you can make it in Flowcode. I saved it to the desktop on my computer, and so I can easily just copy and paste and put it over there. Is that the one you're talking about, Nikki? Caitlin, we're going to talk about doing follow-ups and stuff like that. Okay, yeah. Once you do it, save it.
I literally just sent you that. I said training topic 1 week, how to follow up.
Week number 5.
Right? So now we got 5 weeks done.
Now we have 5 weeks done. Okay, but tonight we're going to be talking about the incentive. And I'm going to let Tiffany go first because I'm all virtual. I mean, I do all of my stuff electronically. I have my iPad that I keep everything on. I'm already tracking my incentive, so you can see. Hold on, let me see if I can do a spotlight video so I can see if it's showing you what it looks like. Okay, so here is my my tracker that I'm doing. Tiffany made this one. And I keep everything electronic. So I have an Apple Pencil on my iPad, and I am coloring in my PRV so far for this month because it just started this month. This is my new person over here that I just signed up. So we got to have 3 recruits to reach certified, and then 3,500 in PRV, which is what all of this is. So as my PRV grows, I'm going to color it in. And then you can see you do levels 1, 2, and 3. So I have this on my iPad scanned in, so I can color it in on there. That's where I keep all of mine. Tiffany has paper. She's a pen and paper kind of person. But what we wanted to go over tonight is basically this incentive can be earned by every single one of you. Okay. I have some notes in here. Hold on. Let me go back to my little thing over here. The current incentive that we're doing, and one of the reasons why I love this a lot is because it's highly attainable for every single person. You have the capability of sponsoring 3 people within a 4-month time frame. Okay. If you start now, it's going to be easier to get those people to certified. We were talking about it today. We were doing the breakdown for if you do 4 months, if you take it over 4 months, and let's just say you sponsor your 3 people this month. I am making it a goal to sponsor my 3 people this month. And one of the reasons is if they just at least get active for the first 4 months that we do, that's $800 right there. So they're within $200 of being certified if they do that. So you want to make sure that you're getting them on as soon as you can and that you're able to start working with them immediately. Break it down for however you want to do this. If you want to do, let's just say, the PRV, section of it, you need to break it down to where it's going to be easily attainable for you. If we look at you and say, you got to sponsor 3 people at least, you got to get them auto certified, which is 1,000 PRV for them, and you have to have 3,500 PRV. That's scary. That's scary to a lot of people. But breaking it down and doing what you can to make sure that you are setting realistic goals for yourself each day or each week. You can do it weekly. I know Jackie likes to do her PRV on a weekly basis. She sets goals for weekly basis. And she's been killing it, literally sponsoring and everything. She has been killing it. So it all depends on how you want to break it down. You want to make sure that when you get your new recruits, you are doing their launch party. Okay. This is crucial. I'm going to let Tiffany talk a little bit about doing the launch parties for them. And then I'll come back in just a little bit, but I want her to talk a little bit about that.
Okay, so when it comes to the launch parties, I started doing this, I think it was this incentive last year, because I really wanted to get my people certified very quickly. So I have them join. When they join, I have new consultant videos on my YouTube channel, and I think Michelle does too. So Michelle's can use hers, and then my group can use mine. But basically, they watch these trainings. If they don't watch them within the 72 hours, that's fine. I think you really have to realize that some people want different things. But I will have them watch those videos, and then within 72 hours, I will train them. And I get them on the phone, and I basically go over everything in those videos. Like, this is how you do your websites, and it's going to get paid. The 3 months, it's free, and then you're going to get charged on the day that you joined. And then I go over cent of the month, the subscriptions, and then we talk about their launch party. I do them for everyone. I kind of see what type they like. So I have one girl that just joined tonight, and she is actually taking a social media break for Lent. So she's going to have to do a bag party. And I'm literally going to give her a bag full of testers, samples, order forms, catalogs, and there's going to be all this stuff that she can pass out. And then she's just going to share it at work, or she's going to share it with her mom, or anybody that's ordered Scentsy before, she's going to be able to share it. If it's somebody that's not taking a break from social media, or they are on social media, then I do an online party. And I really want you guys to know, you see so many times people are like, oh, your recruits, I have everything set up for them. Yes, but it just posts, and it's their responsibility to do everything. If you guys do not teach our recruits, and myself and Michelle included, if we don't teach our recruits how to party, if we don't teach them how to get the PRV, they're never going to be able to do it. So everything's a learning thing. That's just part of us being the leader. We physically have to teach them. We physically have to show them and be hands-on. So set up a party for them like you would do your own Facebook party. And then really go into it and say, okay, well, this is what you need to do on day 1. You need to invite your friends and ask if they want to come to your party, and then post on your social media, hey, I joined Scentsy, who wants to come to my launch party? Treat them and hostess coach them exactly like you would hostess coach anybody else that's a hostess for you. Because the way that you're hostess coaching them and the way that you're making them feel and the way that you're helping them get success is going to stick with them, and that's going to make them want to do this even more because you're helping them. They don't want somebody that's just going to leave them high and dry. So physically treat it like you are having a hostess, but do it all for them. And show them and be very into, okay, well, you're this amount away from your 500, and post that on their team page. So normally for hostess, we're like, this host is X amount away from hitting their goal. But say that for the consultant that's joined, this person is, or so like mine that joined tonight is Caitlin. So if she has social media, be like, Caitlin is X amount away from her first huge goal with Cincy. Here's the link to order, or y'all cheer her on. So I'd say one of the two, and I just alternate back and forth. And then when someone orders, have her tell you when somebody orders, and then have her shout them out. She can go ahead and start doing that as the consultant. So that's getting her feeling like she's more than just a host. So just tell her, hey, like whenever you get an email from Cincy saying you have a new PWS order, shout that person out on that group, and then like let them know thank you for the order. So then they're thanking them right off the bat. And then what you're going to do with this group, we learned this from Wendy Heath-Nugas, who we've been watching tons of her trainings lately, but we learned this from her. So that group with the launch party that you're doing now, you are going to turn that into their VIP group. So they're going to be able to keep this group. They're going to be able to keep it going. They're going to be able to post in this when stuff's coming in. They can do interaction posts. And you're basically already did their launch party, and now you're setting up their VIP group and a community for them to go ahead and start building on. So, hi, Heidi. Any questions on that? No? Okay, cool. I think we did a training on this too, Michelle. I feel like you and I did a training when we first started thinking about joining everything. We did it back in May. And it was like how to coach or send someone to shooting star or something, or how to build someone to a leader. We did it with our groups. I know I remember doing that, but we kind of touched a lot. It was like an hour and a half training. We did it really long. So we can go through, and I'll see, I think that's on our YouTube channel. So we can share that on our team pages, maybe like tonight or tomorrow, so you guys can rewatch it.
Yeah, Jackie is breaking down like the weekly thing for them. Thank you, Jackie, for doing that. It is a lot easier. I know Caitlin asked, it is a lot easier when you take this incentive and you break it down. But I will tell you, one thing you have to do is you have to keep track of it. If you don't keep track of it, I can promise you, you won't earn it. My first 3 years, I wanted to go to Punta Cana. I wanted to go on the Mediterranean. Like, I wanted to do all of these things, and I said I was going to earn all of these things. But until I started, it was after we left California, and that was when I met Tiffany. After we left California, and I was working on the next incentive, we made a plan. We sat in the hotel room in the bed and made a plan of what we were going to do. We wrote it out. We had pen and paper, and we wrote it out, and we did it. And y'all, I have earned every single incentive since California. And that's because I literally, the day it happens, the day it starts, Tiffany made that form. The day it starts, we wrote it down. I scanned it in here. Tiffany put hers on paper. And I mean, it's just, I don't know what it is. I really can't explain to you what it is that if you don't write it down, then you can think you're doing it. And there's so much satisfaction with level 1, earn, level 2, earn, and taking this little daggone pen right here and coloring in that little bottom piece down there that's like all of my PRV, just like coloring that in and watching that grow and seeing this whole thing colored in. I mean, there's so much satisfaction in knowing that you did that.
I think it's too like just the accountability of writing it down, and then you're physically seeing how close you are to hitting it. So sometimes people don't, when you're not tracking, you're just like, oh, I may be X amount away, I may be X amount away. But if you're intentionally tracking it, like I look at this every single morning. So every single morning, this is what I do. I just like I track my numbers and we track our numbers, we track our incentive every single day. We update it. So I think that that's just a really big part of it too, is because you're seeing like, okay, well, today's the 9th and I already have 500 PRVs, so I need 3,000 more. Or today's the 9th and I got my first recruit, but she's at 0 PRV, so I need to really focus in and see how close she is. And you're physically coloring in every single 100 that she's getting. So you're going to your workstation and you are tracking their certified, you're pulling that certified report and seeing, okay, well, she's at 200 PRV, let me color in two boxes. So I think that the reason that I really like this incentive and tracking it is because it's teaching me, it's teaching Michelle, it's teaching every single person on this call, okay, this is what Cincy says we need to do to be successful. You need PRV, you need to recruit, and then you need to help get them certified. And then if we do all of this now, y'all, all these people are going to be certified. And come fall, when they do those 1,000 points for you hit lead and you hit star, guess who's going to be the first people you're going to go to? Every single person that you recruited this incentive period. So they're literally setting us up right now for the fall, and they're setting us up to be successful and get those extra incentive points on those promotion points, because we're doing the work and getting them certified now. And so they're going to grow into our future leaders. So I think that that's really why I love it too.
I know one of the main things that Orville said, and we shared that that what does he call those things? At SFR they do
Notes or something, right?
keynote. They were keynote speakers or whatever at SFR. The one we shared today with Orville from 2012, y'all, that was huge. If you go back and watch that, there's no way possible that you cannot be fired up about your Cincy business. There's no way possible that you can't see what you're doing is making a difference. And there's no way possible. He said, following incentives builds your business. Okay? From his mouth, literally from his mouth. And they want nothing more than for us to be successful at our businesses. They're already successful at their own business. And they want us to be as successful as they are. They want every single one of us to reach whatever goals we have. But they also want us to reach these incentives because they make it super easy. I mean, honestly, if you think about it, the one in the fall, now that one is scary. I will tell you that. It is scary. And the first 2 times that I earned the fall incentive, I only earned level 1. It was only the last 2 times that I earned level 2 for our fall incentive. But what you have to realize is they do these things to help us build a better business. Okay. It's not just for the ones that can get all of the sales and do all of the things and, purchase, or get people to buy from you and use your PRV to earn this incentive. No, they include sponsoring for a reason, because they understand that sponsoring is what grows your business. Sponsoring is what takes you to the next level. And he talked about that today was, if you're a certified consultant, then you need to shoot to be a star consultant. Okay. Mm-hmm. How many times have we talked about this? If you're essential and certified, shoot to be a star consultant. Okay. Take that star consultant. Once you reach that and you're comfortable and you're being paid a title for that, or even if you're not, once you get to our star consultant, you need to be shooting and targeting for director, but it still needs to be mapped out. If you want to go to the next level, whether it's in an incentive or whether it's in a promotion for your business, you have to map it out. You have to see the things that you're going to do in order to get you to that next level. You need to physically show somebody your plan. Okay? Physically show somebody, whether yours is electronic, whether you're writing yours down on pen and paper. If you don't have a printer and you can't print this thing out, draw you a little box, draw you 3 little boxes, get you a notebook and draw you 3 little boxes. That counts up your PRV just like we have over there, and then draw you another little box over here and split it in 3 and put your 3 people on there. If you do whatever you have to do to make this thing trackable. We already have people that are already earning level 1 of this incentive, and it's only the 9th day of the incentive. Okay? They're already earning it because they are prepared and they're recruiting and they're partying with their people. They are literally doing their launch parties. Okay? It's like Tiffany said, if you're going to sponsor somebody, who knows? Okay? April is the one that I just signed up. She has no clue, literally. Am I going to like sit there and just be like, okay, go for it, go get certified, just go. I'll message you in a couple of days. Thanks for joining my team. No, she has no clue of what to do. She's petrified. She's literally scared. So I just told her, I said, all right, log into the workstation, do your first things first checklist, kind of get a feel for it. I said, and Thursday, we're going to launch your business. Thursday, we're going to start your launch party. So, I mean, you have to do it for them. We're the experts. We're the consultants that have been in this. And I know some of you might be new or whatever, but you know, we are the ones that have been in this. And if we're going to take the responsibility of leading, okay, because when you sponsor somebody, you're a leader. All right. And if we're going to take on the responsibility of leading, then we have to do what we are trained to do. We have to teach them how to party. We have to do that first one for them and say, look, I'm going to put you in whatever kind of party. If it's a Facebook party, if it's a text party. I have one girl that wants to join. She doesn't do social media at all. And I was like, okay, fine. Let's have a text launch party. You can have a text launch party. Just the same way. Get our friends' numbers, put them all in a group text, send a few pictures every once in a while, send, you know, whatever's going on, just like you would be posting in a Facebook party. You can do the same thing in a text party. So there's ways to do it if you plan for it. Okay. Remember that your person is the new person and you're the seasoned consultant. So you need to do whatever you need to do to make them comfortable. You won't reach these incentive levels if they do not get certified, and you can't just throw them out to the wolves because they will shut down. Okay. And on that note, some of them shut down anyhow. Some of them will ghost you. They will be kidnappers. Okay. I'm sorry. I am so sorry, but some people will be a kidnapper. Some people will take that kit and know that they've got $300 worth of product and buy the $99 kit and be done with it. Okay. It's just you just need to make sure that you're helping those people that you're recruiting, because this is part of the incentive. Caitlin says, I'm having a hard time getting parties. Tiffany, you want to talk about, I know we're going to go into this a lot next week with parties and booking parties and stuff like that. But since we're talking about getting the PRV and helping with the parties, you want to go over your snag thing?
Yeah, so I got this idea really from the Thursday night shift and I loved it. So you guys, you know how we always see floating around social media and it's like, oh, you need X amount of bags, and then it's like Lucky Charm bags and you need like 8 people. Okay, well, in reality, how many of us ever get all 8 people or all 10 people? Because I don't ever. No, it doesn't happen. So what you're going to do is you're going to offer them as these special like Easter bags, and you're going to charge $30 plus tax and shipping. And guess what you're going to order? You're going to order a whiff box, because everything in it this month is bomb. It's literally cleaning. So you can call them clean spring bags. That's literally what I'm going to market mine as. And I'm going to put it in a little caddy, like a little laundry basket caddy. And I'm going to put a little sponge in there and a bath towel from the Dollar Tree. And that's literally how I'm going to market my spring cleaning bags. So I'm going to charge $30 plus tax and shipping. And I'm going to tell them whatever comes in this whiff box is what they're going to get in it. So they're going to get I think it's like a dish soap, a counter clean, and then a bathroom cleaner, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's that. And then you get a bar. And then you get the scent of the month cup sample for next month. And then I think that there's this, I may throw in like 2 more samples if there's not one in there. And then I'm going to do the dish towel and the sponge. and just get the little caddy, and I'm going to charge $30 plus tax and shipping, and that's going to be my spring cleaning bags, and I'm just going to market it like I would any other thing. But this way I don't need to do a party, number one, because sometimes parties can be very stressful, honestly, but it is a party because I'm still going to get PRV for it. And then for 200, you need $200 to be a qualifying party. So then that would be 200. How many is that?
7, 8.
200 divided by, well, yeah, because it's 25 PRV.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You need 8 people to have a qualifying party. But guess what? If you don't get all 8 people, that is okay. That is X amount of more PRV than you had before. So take it as a win, add it to a party, and then you're good to go. But that's something that I'm doing this month. And then I know Michelle posted on my team page and her team page the eggs. And she actually sent us these photos, or Anna sent us these photos. Someone we saw sent us these photos, and you can fit like a bar and a room spray in it. Michelle fit a mini warmer in hers. And then you can fit a mini fan. It's not showing, but it's a mini fan and a pod in there too. And just charge, y'all, literally. So this way it's 15 for a mini fan and then 10 for a pod, so charge 25 for this one. Or if it's a bar, so that's 6 for a bar, and then the room spray is 8, so then charge what that is. So just charge what you're putting in here.
You can also charge up to 10% if you want to recoup your dollar egg and stuff.
Then you can charge 10% more. Okay, so then charge what's in there, tax and shipping, or charge what's in there plus 10, and then add tax and shipping.
So you can do those. Those are just like the mystery bags and stuff. To stay in compliance, you cannot charge more than 10% of what the value is of what you're putting into it. Okay, so let's just say if you're doing the pods and the mini fan diffuser, that's $25. So $1 of that, of the $250 that you can charge and stay in compliant, is your egg. So you have $1.50 more that you can add candy, you can add I mean, whatever you want to in there. And that's to be able to post them publicly. Okay. This is a public post that you can do. So these things are things that you can do, and you can charge that, but as long as you do not charge over 10% of what you're doing. If you're doing it private, you can do a lot more in there if you want to do it like that, but you can't post it like if it's more than 10% of what the total is that you have inside of your egg or whatever you're doing, your bag or whatever. If you get the products for less to a party, can you charge less and it still be in compliance? Yes, you can. Just as long as you don't charge more. So let's just say you had the mini fan and you had the pods. You can't say this is $35. Sorry, you can't do that because that's $10 over what the retail value is. And I hope you're not going to get stuff that's going to be $10 just to make it look fancy, because you can go to the Dollar Tree, honestly, and get all your stuff. I don't have it down here, but I showed y'all in a video today, and I posted on both team pages. Go to the Dollar Tree. I got dollar candies, and they're individually wrapped in there. So those things are going like hotcakes. If I can tell you anything right now, run fast to the Dollar Tree and get those eggs, because they're going to be gone. Just think about all the Scentsy consultants that are seeing these now in the last couple of days. Do not wait. We all got paid today. Everybody's got a few extra dollars to go grab you some eggs, and you better go to the Dollar Tree and get them like ASAP, because those suckers are going to be gone. And I looked on Amazon, 5 of them were $22. Literally.
Yeah, you can get them on Amazon because Crystal said that her Dollar Tree doesn't have them. So go to Amazon.
Okay. Yeah, they do. Yeah, she got 12 for $21. So if they run out of them and you sell them, I mean, you promised them to your customers, so you're going to have to find them some way. But I'm telling you, go hit up all of your Dollar Trees and see which ones you can find. But I'm telling you, they're going to go like hotcakes. Trust me. There was like 4 left whenever I got those that I got of mine, and I only got 5. And I ordered 5 buddies, and I hope I'm going to sell those. I just did it on a whim, thinking that I was going to sell them before I even started advertising them, because everybody was doing it. So once mine, I've already started advertising it and stuff. So once my 5 gets sold, if I have more than that, then I will order more than that. But that's a way to get PRV for your incentive. You can add all of this stuff to it and make sure that you're getting your PRV. Break it down into a weekly thing, break it down into, if you'd rather do it a monthly thing, however you want to do it, but break it down to where it's easily attainable. And when you sponsor somebody, I was telling Tiffany today, when you sponsor somebody, don't scare the life out of them and say, oh, well, you got to get $500 in sales by the 15th day. Honestly, that scares a lot of my people. It really does, because they're already overwhelmed because they're joining and they're doing something that they're not really sure about most of the time. And then you're going to tell them, oh, by the way, you have to get $500 in sales in your first 15 days. And we're going to try to get you certified, by the time your 70th day comes or something like that. Don't ever tell them, I'm going to get you certified so I can earn this incentive. Do not do that. Okay? It's not about you. Even though on the backside, you're sitting here, you're writing all your stuff on your plan and and you're tracking to see where they are. You always promote them and you always help them and you always feed positive in. Okay? If they feel like you're pressuring them to get certified so you can earn this incentive, 9 times out of 10, they're going to shut down. Okay?
I want to point out too, I know that on the back of your mind, you're like, I am going to recruit because of the incentive. But just think about what 3 certified consultants is going to do for you. Like, it's not, yes, at the same time, you want to earn an incentive, and that's great. But this is just a reward for recruiting and getting them certified and also selling at the same time. And 9 times out of 10, I can go ahead and guarantee you that if you do recruit 3 new people, get them certified, and have this PRV, you're going to promote to lead, and you're going to promote to star. And then if you're training the people under you and they're doing it with you, then you're probably going to promote to SSC. And then if those people underneath them start doing it, you'll probably promote to director. So you just really have to think about this at the same time. Like, yes, it's about you, but this business or this incentive is here to help your business grow. And where you're at now, if you follow this plan and you do the PRV and you recruit and get them certified, your business is going to grow 10 times more by June than it is where it's at right now. And I also want to point out that I know that like a lot of times you're recruiting now, so that's great. You're going to get these new people this month, but go ahead and mention this incentive to them, because you want everybody underneath you to earn this incentive. It's never too early to start earning an incentive. And I can go ahead and guarantee you that if these people that join off this incentive hit one of these levels, that is going to raise their morale on your team page. That is going to bump their spirits. That is going to make them stay with Scentsy longer and up your retainment. And that's going to help you. And then, it's not gonna, it will help you essentially in the fall, but it's going to help them go into the fall instead of saying, heck yeah, I can do this. So really think about that. And I know that some people may be new, because I know we have all levels on this call. So I know it can be super scary saying, oh, well, Scentsy wants me to recruit 3 people and I've never recruited anybody. But don't let that stop you. Let this be like, hey, I want to hit level 1. You don't have to hit level 3. If that's not what you want to do, then don't hit level 3. Hit level 1, hit level 2, but just hit one of the levels. And as long as you're working your butt off, Michelle and I are literally going to cheer you all on no matter what, even if you hit the incentive or if you don't hit the incentive. And as long as you're putting in that effort, we're going to put 110% into making sure that you do hit one of these incentives.
And just think about this too. If you recruited someone and you got them certified, that means that they have 1,000 PRV. If they sponsor, that's level 1 of the PRV requirement for that incentive for that person. Okay? Just think if they recruited somebody and got them certified, then your new recruit has just earned level 1 of the incentive. So if you think about it like that, if you get a new recruit and you help them to get certified, the PRV part for them of this incentive is already earned. So if they want to recruit, help them recruit, and then help them get that person certified too, and they've already earned that. So it's like a snowball effect kind of thing, but it's working together is what's going to make it work. All right, this is not about me. This is not about me earning an incentive. This is not about, if I do this, I'm going to get this. If I do this, I'm going to get my 3 people and I'm going to earn this. It's not like that. You see how Cincy has it to where, okay, if I recruit this, if I get my 1,000 and I recruit this person and I get that person certified, oh my God, they already got their 1,000 over there too. So if that's something that they want to do and maybe they do want to grow a team, you don't know until you ask them. Let's all learn together. Okay. That's all you got to put it out there. I know, this is a beginning for you, but if this is something that's interesting to you, let's do it together. Let's learn it together. If you know somebody, a friend or family that you would like to, sponsor to get them to join right with you, I'm going to help you. This is where leading comes into place. Okay. This is where being a good leader shows up and says, I'm going to help you. I'm going to help everybody that you recruit and, pull into our team, because ultimately it's going to help you. It really is. But just think of the satisfaction it's going to give that person that you recruited that's going to say, oh my God, I really just joined Cincy and I've already earned this incentive. I mean, literally, when you think about it, it's mind blowing that Cincy cares about every single consultant enough to say, if you just join tonight, you can earn this incentive. I mean, look at Nicole. Nicole joined last May and she earned the fall incentive for 2 people. So it's whatever you put your mind to, but it's also how you lead and take your people with you. Okay, it's a group effort. It's not anything. This is not my incentive. This is not your incentive. This is our incentive. And this was one of the reasons that Tiffany and I wanted to go over this, because you have to make a plan. You have to have those conversations. That's why I made my opportunity packs. I shared that with you guys. I finished them today. I have 5 ready to go, 3 in my car, 2 in my pocketbook. And, I'm going to keep those readily and available just so I can pass out. Because another thing is, I think Cincy really has it in their back mind the way they do things. Because if you're doing three new recruits, 3 new recruits, and you get those new recruits certified in 4 months, if you really think about that and you really do that, Annual Mentor is not that hard for you then. Annual Mentor is 14 new recruits in a 1-year period and you get them certified. So if you can do 3 in 4 months, I mean, just think how that breaks it down. So there's, 4, 8, 12, that's 9 people that they're seeing that you can actually sponsor and get certified in a year's time. And you're so close to Annual Mentor, it just becomes like second nature to you to do that. Even if they haven't been with Cincy since 2019, it would count towards my incentive to recruit. If they have to be new, they can't be reinstatements, if that's what you're asking.
It is.
Yeah, if it's it has to be a new recruit. So somebody that's never joined Cincy before has to be a new recruit, and you get them to certified.
But if you do, that person that wants to reinstate Sandra, I would literally talk to her about this incentive and say, girl, there's a killer incentive going on right now that you can hit literally right off the bat. Here's like my consultant ID number, and then have them sign up under you and go ahead and train them to hit this incentive, because that could be your next lead star or director. Any other questions? We want you guys to track, so we want to make a plan.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's like,
who has started tracking? Tell us who has started tracking this already.
I have mine written in a notebook.
Unmute
That's
yourself
all
as
I'm
well.
curious to see. Yeah, I want to see how you're tracking in a notebook. I'm curious because I need all the advice for all my other people. So some people don't work the same way we do. So
I just kind of like looking at my own handwriting.
Mhm.
It just makes it easier. So, like, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it very well, but the first level of the incentive, I wrote like PRV in hundreds up to 1,000 for the level 1. And then I wrote down the 2 people that I sponsored so far this month towards that. And then what they are at for PRV underneath their names, because I can easily keep track of theirs a lot easier than I can keep track of mine. So then level 2, I have that, you need the 2,500 PRV and the 2 new consultants that certified, and then I have it starting at 1,100 going up to 2,000. And then the same thing with level 3, I have it going up from 2,600 to 3,500. So I have it in 100 increments all the way, so it breaks it down so it doesn't look so crazy. So each time I get 100 PRV or more, I'm writing it down and then crossing out. It's really hard to see.
no, I love it. I can tell what you're doing.
Yeah.
And I do that for my director numbers every month too. Like, it's not just that, like, I'll write down. I just find it easier to track that way. And like teen PRV or whatever, I do that too. But for the incentive, I'm just writing it down, scratching it off once I hit the 100. And then like, I'll have a lot of erase marks because I erase it every time a person gets an order, and I'll go back and I'll see what the PRV went up to. So it makes it super, super easy to track this incentive. Like, this is super easy incentive.
I really want to praise you though, because you have seen the way that Michelle does it and the way that I do it. And I'm so, oh man, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, so I said I really want to praise you though, because you've seen the way Michelle works virtually and that I print things. But I'm so proud of you for like knowing that for you to see something and you to do it, you have to write it down and that you're doing that. Like you're doing what works for you. And that literally just makes me so happy. Like I'm so proud of you for sticking to who you are and for like showing everybody out here that like you don't have to have some fancy system. You don't have some fancy tracker that you made off Canva. Like you can literally write it in your notebook and you're a freaking boss that recruits 24 people in a year. So
I have one from
I
the,
haven't even used that. So there's
I
that.
wrote on it and then I went to my notebook.
I haven't even used that. So
This is the only thing I printed.
Well,
like,
and another thing is if you don't like all of those, Cincy keeps track of it for you. So if you log into your workstation, these are my numbers, so I don't care if you guys see numbers. But if you come over here to incentive, I think it is this one with the dollar mark, you're going to see the keep growing will pop up. And then right under here, it says track your progress. So it will keep up with it for you. Now this literally updates every night. Okay, so I clicked it on the news. This literally updates every night, so you're not going to see any changes. It's not like our PIDA or our workstation that updates on every 41st or 45th minute or whatever. This one will update every hour or every night. So in the morning when I get up, it'll show my new PRV, and it's going to show tomorrow under here, newly certified. It'll show my sponsor that I have down here, and it's going to keep track of it going across, if you can see it, going across the bottom. So there's the months, and it'll tell you what you need and what you need sponsoring wise in order to earn the incentive. So if you don't want to like track it on paper, or you don't want to, make your own thing that we have like this kind of here, it does keep up with it for you, but you have to be proactive and look at it. It's not anything that you can take for granted and just sit there. I know Crystal said she looks at her stuff in the workstation. You've got to look at your reports. You've got to keep track of where your people are that are trying to hit the certified to make sure that you're on track. Okay. You're making sure they're on track, but you're ultimately making sure that you're on track. So you got to make sure that you have some accountability and some daily routine as far as looking at these and looking at your numbers, because that's going to be key and that's going to be crucial in you attaining these. It's not going to be that hard. Some of you guys on here, y'all kill it with PRV and you get like 2,000 PRV a month and more. And so, I mean, you got 4 months to do 3,500 PRV. So some of you, you're going to get that PRV long before the 4 months come. So you need to start thinking about your sponsoring and how that's going to be and helping your people whenever you're sponsoring them to get them to certified.
Sandra wants us to go over the levels. So level 1 is 1,000 PRV, and you have one new recruit, and they have to get certified. So 1,000 PRV.
Okay, and now I was just reading, it says sponsored recruit, so they can't do the $99 kit. It has to be a sponsored $59 kit recruit.
No, they can do the 99. It's either kit, the 99 or the 59, or they can join.
Okay.
Yeah, you're good either one. As long as it's not a reinstate, you're fine.
Yeah. When you
Okay, and now
when
the
you
other part of
sponsor
that,
somebody, when you sponsor somebody, they can do the $59 kit, the host to join, or they can do the $99 kit, as long as they're brand new to Cincy.
see, I thought like sponsor meant like you sponsored the kit with a party or you know, I didn't realize that the $99 kit was considered sponsored as well.
Yeah, you're good.
And then my other question was, okay, so say I hit that 1,000, does that 1,000 roll over into the total cost, or do you have to hit like 1,000 for the first level, then it starts over at 0, 2,500 for the next level?
No, it's cumulative.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's what I was looking at for the incentive tracker on the workstations. That's what I was thinking. Okay.
Yep. So it'll be something that continuously clicks until you hit 35. And there's a top 50. Nicole's going for the top 50. So there is a top 50. And honestly, if you get the top 50, then you probably will promote to director. But the top 50 will be the leadership in January is when those normally are. That's when I went to Hawaii. That's what leadership was. So you would get all expenses for 2, I think, if you earn top 50. So totally doable. You just have to set your mind that that's what you want to do, 100%. Anybody else have any questions? We've been on about an hour so far. Anybody want to share how they've been tracking?
What level are you going for?
Constantly checking my workstation and my notebook back and forth. I check it like 10 times a day. I check my reports and everything. So
That's what you got to do.
if it goes up at $2.70, you know, there's, you know, it's closer. So
100%. I am a super stalker on my workstation.
yes.
Constantly updating my Excel spreadsheet. Anybody else want to share?
I've tried. It doesn't work for me.
Caitlin, all right. So
Spreadsheet
Caitlin,
makes my head spin.
you're going to start tracking. All right, everybody, we have 13 people on here. We had 16. We have 13 people on here. The ones that always show up are the ones that are going to grow up. Trust me. And trust Tiffany. That's what's going to happen.
And trust Jackie.
And trust
Jackie's
Jackie.
living proof of this.
Absolutely. And Nicole. Look, Nicole is on every single one of these. So, I mean, you definitely have to, we're not going to steer you in the wrong way. And we want to give you tangible, hands-on things that you can do. Like, you know, if you're not an iPad or a digital person, like I said, do like Nicole, write it out. Whatever you visually can see, get a notebook, piece of paper, and write something out. If you don't have a printer, draw your 3 boxes for your 3 people that are going to be, and do like 10 check marks for each 100, you know, that they're going to get. And then do your PRV, do a little thermometer thing to color in your PRV. The satisfaction of doing that and checking those things off is like no other. I mean, it's just like unbelievable. But you got to make sure that you believe it first. You have to believe in yourself that you are going to do this. Okay. Don't ever think to yourself that I cannot earn that incentive, because you definitely can if you put your mind to it. But you got to start at day one. You can't wait till June the 1st and say, oh my God, I got to get 3,000 more PRV and I got to sponsor 3 people and get them all to certified. You can't wait till the last minute to do that. You got to hit the ground running, and you got to do it fast. And that's one of the things that Tiffany and I, we really talk about, and we we really stress when these things are coming, we prep for them before they're coming, because we know. And once you get in and you're seasoned, and a lot of you guys are getting seasoned this year, you're going to know the next incentive is probably going to start on August the 1st. It typically starts on August the 1st. Last year it started on July the 1st because of the type of incentive that it was, I think, with Disney and everything. But it's either July or August. So you have to mentally prepare for, like, these things are coming. And it's like Tiffany said, we are preparing with our sponsoring and getting these people to certified, that when that fall incentive hits, that we're ready to take these people that we've been working with and move them on to lead and move them on to star. Some of them might go quicker, some of them might stay where they are, but you just never know. But you always have to be thinking ahead and planning ahead. This business is all about planning, 100% about planning. I'm trying to, this month has been slow. Do the egg things. We were on a training on Wendy Newgas's thing last night, and she had Heidi and Orville on there as guest speakers. So we were all like fangirling over here. And y'all, they didn't drop any like clues. We didn't get to see anything, but they said, like, totally be ready for some more license adventures. So more, not just Disney, not just NFL, not just Major League, but there's like more stuff coming. And so they're like literally saying, here's your platter. I'm literally giving you this business to do what you can with it. We're hand feeding you all of this stuff to give to your customers, and we're not going anywhere. And it's like Orville said, today in that training that we were watching, and I hope you guys do go back and watch that, he even talked about Walmart's wax and warmers. And y'all, this was back in 2012. He talked about Walmart's wax and warmers, and how when he was talking to the Walmart corporation about theirs, they were hopeful that they could at least make $1 million in a year with their wax and warmers at Walmart. And y'all, we made that in like 10 minutes one time this past year. 10 minutes. So you're with the right company. And it's like he said, Orville said, people realize that. Okay. So don't think that you're not with the right company, and don't think that you can't do this, and believe in yourself, and you're going to hit this incentive. Trust me.
And don't think of it all as like one big lump sum.
Mm-mm.
Breaking it down is the way my brain works is I have to break it down, because if I don't break it down, then it overwhelms me and I'm just done. Like, if something doesn't catch me right away, like, I hate to say it on some of the trainings, if it doesn't catch me right away, I'm done. I can't. My brain just does not compute that way. So break it down. Make it easier for the way that you can do it, the way you understand it, what works best for you, because what Tiffany does may not work for me. What Michelle does, or Nicole, or whoever won't work for me, but the way that I do it works for me, and it might work for you.
And what I was telling Tiffany about our new recruits, whenever we get them, and getting them to Shooting Star, if you get your recruit to Shooting Star, first of all, you get a $25 product credit. So you get rewarded, you get an award, you get a pendant, you get a Shooting Star trainer certificate, and you get $25 for getting them to Shooting Star by helping lead them to Shooting Star. But what I was telling Tiffany today, as far as breaking it down, it's $34 a day to get to 500 PRV in 15 days. $34 a day. So if you take 15 people that this person would know, and they bought a mini warmer, and 3 bars, then, you know, that's what they need, you know, to get to their 500 PRV. So if you're looking at it like that, oh, I love those emails. You have a new consultant in your downline.
We literally must have sponsored at the exact same time because I just got mine too.
But anyhow, if you're thinking about it like that, it's literally $34 a day. So if you can break it down like that, it's not so scary as to say you have to get 500, or they don't have to. We encourage them to. If they don't, it's not the end of the world. I did not hit shooting star, so it's not the end of the world, but you want to encourage them to. But if they can see it and visualize it as something that's easily attainable, then they're more likely to succeed at that. If you can visualize this incentive, something that's easily attainable to you, take it in little steps, then you're more likely going to believe in yourself that you're going to hit this incentive. I cannot wait to see how many people we have on our group that's hitting this incentive.
I feel like it's going to be so much because there's such good response.
Oh yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
look at these comments right now blowing up.
Yeah, absolutely. Unlock all the kits. That's me. I'm sponsoring 2. I gave one away tonight. I'm giving another one away tomorrow, and I'm working on my 3rd one as far as getting that one ready. I'm not that close to 500 PRV in that party yet, but I've been banking my parties to get my I do have one that's like at 200, but I like to gift mine for no dollars out of your pocket. So, but you can do this. You can do hard things. If you think it's hard, break it down. Like Jackie said, look at her. She's like totally changed her whole business in the last few months just by breaking it down and realistically looking at it, honest and true.
And she does what works for her. She doesn't compare to me. She doesn't compare to Michelle. She doesn't compare to Sandra or Nicole. She takes what we all say and she takes tiny little bits from everybody and she makes it Jackie.
Yep.
And that's
Caitlin,
why-
if you don't have a party at 200 yet, recruit somebody, ask them to host a party, and then take that person and flip that party to them. Okay? So they can still get that kit. They can still earn that kit. And even if they do that, they're already ahead of the game. So if they're hosting a party and you're going to flip them, they're going to get that PRV. They're going to get that kit for whatever they used on their host rewards, and they're already that close to certified. So that's something that you also want to take into consideration. If you have a party, a hostess that wants to join, you can flip that Now you have to remember that PRV is going from you to them. Okay, so you got to up your PRV, but you can already flip that over and have them, you know, already working towards being certified. So keep sharing. I know y'all saw it today on our team page. Kelly has messaged me, I don't know how many times, and said, I can't do this. I can't do this. I've asked. And I keep telling her, keep sharing, keep posting what Cincy's doing for you. Be very positive. Don't say I can't at all. Say you can. I even told her that this morning. Say you can. And she made a post about how today was Cincy payday. She paid her car payment and she even had a little bit of money left over. And somebody commented, I'm interested, I'm intrigued, and she signed her up. So you never know when somebody's looking at what you're doing, you know, and it's perfectly fine. Use your income disclosure, but it's perfectly fine to say what Cincy does for you. That's going to attract the people to you. Okay. Seeing the blessings that you're getting from it, that's what's going to attract those people to you. So you just need to be very positive about it. They're going to attract to you because of your positivity. If you say, I can't do this, or I can't earn this incentive, or I'm doing this, you know, I'm doing that, I don't have time to do my Cincy business and all of this stuff, they're not going to want to work for you. They're not want to join your team because they don't want to be with somebody that doesn't have time for them. So it's all in the way you present yourself.
Preach.
Anybody else?
So
All right, I'm going to stop recording.